uncleated there and it's uncleated over here. So all lines uncleated. Now you're going to have a lot of slack in your reefing lines, and I'll show you what we want you to do with that. You've got all these lines, and it's like, man, I don't want to look at those.
These are reefing lines?
These are your reefing lines. It's like, oh my gosh, that's a mess. But we just want you to tuck them into the sail. How many times have you tried to raise your main and it won't go up? And it's the reefing lines. So you will never have a problem raising your main now because of reefing lines. The other thing I want to remind you is if you have reefed, we want you to be sure to untie your nettles and be sure to put the cars back in the track. Okay, we want you now to pull your traveler to port. And we do this because the tender picks us up on starboard, and it's nice to clean up your traveler line and just hang it there. Joe Cannon put boom tethers on all the boats, and it was a fantastic idea to keep the boom from swinging back and forth at the gooseneck. So you have just this carabiner attached there. Now we have not tightened our main halyard yet, because if you tighten your main halyard, you won't be able to get your boom tether attached to the bail here. Andy, would you tighten the main halyard now, please? Okay, and so now that really helps a lot to secure the boom. We used to leave some of our main sheet aft and try tightening it at this cam cleat, and it would always become loose, and then the boom would loosen up. So now we want you to pull the main sheet up to the stopper knot and then clean it up at the main block. Now you're ready to clean up your main sheet. You want to be sure you always pull it down first through the cam cleat, then put your half hitch in there. Okay, you got that. And now you want to clean up your sheet. Okay, so now you're going to put a few wraps around your main. Ugh. And then you want to bring it through the center and loop it over. And now you've got a tail. Now what do you do with your main? When I learned, we were still bending on a mainsail and taking it off every time we went out on a roads. And so I was told, throw the main sheet over the boom. And I've been throwing the main sheet over the boom all these years. And this is an absolute no, because we have a mainsail on the boom and it chafes and can damage the mainsail. I've also been throwing it over the sail cover. That's a no, you don't throw it over the sail cover, because it will chafe the sail cover. So now what do? Here is the solution. There is, on the boom, with a block attached, a bail. And actually this stopper knot will fit through the bail there. There you go. And now we've got it hanging, and we just do a couple half hitches, and we go. And you leave it hang. And now you